Noni Maduwake should have had a hat trick if Arteta kept him on. Pack. We played better when Wodegaard was stinker and hooked. Ethan playing in the 10, that is. Pack. Declan Rice finally gets a rest. Pack. What's going on, people? That here. Live and directing in full effect, baby. Best believe that. Make sure you like and subscribe. I think we're on 89 subs still. That 90 will be there shortly. And I do have a few plans, especially towards the end of the year. So we're looking at the end of the month, basically. But let me just tilt that slightly. Push out to the side. Professional streamer, guys. Let's freaking go, guys. But yeah. I'll let you guys know at the end of the video. It's not going to be a long one, you know, it'll be about 20 minutes, give or take. But yeah, first half was looking stinky, bruv. I predicted a 2-2 Desmond. I really did. But then, Maduwake with a humdinger, chicken zinger, bruv. Where the fuck did that come from? Not too far away from being a thunder cunt. Came off the bar. And then, of course, we love goals like that. You don't see them goals that much. You really don't. Definitely should be goal of the week. Not just in the Champions League, but in the whole of Europe. Unless tomorrow there's a better goal, but we shall see. But yeah, like first half an hour, not convinced. My prediction was looking kind of spot on and all of that. But then afterwards, all good. All good after that goal. Half time, yeah, Brugge came back. They had some chances. They definitely should have had a couple tonight. So it wasn't plain sailing, but we got the second. Zubimendi, who did fuck all in that game other than that assist, that cross. And it was a good cross, but I don't think he completely intended it to go like it did. But great run, a great run from Maduwake, and 2-0 on a hat-trick. But then Martinelli, bang average performance. Wicked goal, by the way. And I've been saying for the longest, this is why he's a striker. He's not a touchline winger. Big up AFC87, as always, bro. I know you've been back in this channel since day one. It has been a minute, but we've all got shit to do. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been working, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I reckon once it was 2-0, they had chances, but they were just wasteful, man. So wasteful. But then once the third one went in, I knew the game was done. I knew the game was well and truly over. Like, Arteta got out of the shit for now. And bearing in mind, we've got Wolves coming up on Saturday evening. I believe it kicks off at 8 or 7. Between 7 and 8, either one. Calafiori suspended for that game, so he'll get a rest. He didn't start tonight, which is, you know what, fair enough. Lewis Kelly did all right. Norgard at centre-back. Wow. Didn't do too bad. A few shaky moments, for sure. But again, he's not centre-back. He's a midfielder, but we put Lego Head 2.0 in there, Zubimendi, and Martin Odegaard. We've been saying that this manager would play a Real Sociedad midfield at some point. And there you have it. But too many people thought that I was bullshitting. That the likes of Guns, North, Matty, especially Matty, big up Matty. I saw your stream on the way to work, on the way back from work while I was making dinner as well. Great fucking stream, dropping absolute solid gems as per usual. Big up. Facts after facts after facts. Love the soundboard and all of that. I need to get one at some point, and I will. Don't know if it will be next year, but we'll see. A lot can happen in a year, so we'll just see how things pan out. But yeah, today was one of those days where more impressed with the result than the overall performance. Like Maduwake was man of the match by a country out smile. Not even close. Victor Gyökeres, poor. However, limited service again. We clearly don't play to his strengths. I believe that's deliberate, done by design, by Arteta. I'm not hearing anything else. I watch the game. I don't watch SofaScore or whatever fucking app where there's like bare stats, David Jones merchants and all of that. Can't stand that cunt. But anyway, we move. We've won every single game thus far in the Champions League. It's looking good. But again, remember last season, guys. Remember, guys, Liverpool had pretty much 100%, and then they lost to PSG. The same PSG we beat 2-0, but we couldn't beat them in the semi-final, guys. But I said that we were the best team out of two legs. We were unlucky, guys. We were very fleeting unlucky, guys. The light bulb was not on. It was not on, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up AFC. Bruv, it's all good. Winning 6 out of 6 in the Champions League, but do Top Gooners realise that we beat them last season in the group stage? We beat, I think you mean to say PSG, and then got dog walked by them. And yeah, 100%. Yeah, basically what I've been saying. I just said. But yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. You're absolutely spot on there. Like, for me, do not be surprised if we face Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals again and we get beat like we did in 23-24. Because the thing is with Bayern Munich, if they get far, it's more down to the players than the manager. Fucking hell, bruv. Oh, shit. Cough break. You know when you have to cough so much that your eyes water and shit. I don't know if you can see. You can probably see slightly, but yeah, I'm not crying. I'm not crying, guys. I'm not crying. I'm not upset. But yeah, I haven't really got too much to be upset about tonight, other than Odegaard slowing it down, Mikel Merino just ain't it in midfield. It is what it is. We've been knowing, we've been saying, we've been seeing that shit. Like, and we've got Wolves. Now, especially after that performance, even if we played the same team, I still think we beat Wolves. Not 3-0. I think it would be more like a 2-0. Similar to Brentford, because Brentford, you know, a little bit of a mix and match team, but we weren't good against Brentford and we still managed a 2-0. But for me personally, anything less than 3-0, because bearing in mind, we're playing Wolves at home. Anything less than a 3-0 is a disgrace. It's a disgrace here, guys. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it would be, a disgrace. Yeah. For me, I want 6, bro, against Wolves. I want 6, and we need a 6. You know, I don't want to see Declan Rice playing at Wolves. He didn't travel. Neither did Urin Timber. Those are pluses. Bukayo Saka, why was he there? Why was he in Belgium tonight? Why wasn't he left at home? And truth be told, he'll probably be on the bench against Wolves, because I'm convinced as well, like, it's in his contract. I am pretty much convinced that if he's fit, he plays. And plus, he's got that 100k goal bonus. And we're thinking of giving this guy a new contract. Maduwake's been better this season. I said it on, I think I said it on North's channel, and Rashid was on there. I can't remember who else was on there at the time, but yeah, I was saying that, yeah, Maduwake's been better this season. And he has. He really has. I didn't want him in. You guys didn't want him in. No, not even fucking a gal wanted him here. The Lulu. Little bitch. Especially when he talks about football, especially Arsenal. You know, it's nothing personal. It's football. It is what it is. But he didn't want Maduwake, and he was crashing out in the summer. £52.5 million, there or thereabouts. 150 grand a week. I'll tell you what, he's justifying that wage more than fucking Bukayo Saka, because at this moment in time, Bukayo Saka's on 190k a week, 100k goal bonus. I'll tell you what, Saka ain't worth that at the minute. You look at Zubimendi's on 75k a week. I thought it was too little. But now, I reckon it's too much. It's funny how things change, how times change. Do you know what I'm saying? 75k, initially you'd think he'd get bumped, but to be honest, I think he's on too much. It's just because we've got so many players like the Marinos, obviously Martin Odegaard, Shai Havertz, Gabby Jesus. Oh yeah, before I forget, Gabby Jesus. Return of the Mac. No. He actually did all right, in all seriousness, but 265k, I still want him gone in January. He can go back to Brazil. We can use that money to get better. Get Ruben Neves. Get Sergei Milinkovic, aka Absolute Savage, from Saudi. Because it's quite clear from tonight that Mikel Arteta doesn't rate Norgard in the midfield. The last time he played him in midfield, I think, might have either been against, I think it might have been Port Vale. But before that, it was Bilbao in the Champions League. We haven't seen him since, before today or tonight, either way. And we faced Portsmouth in the FA Cup third round, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he should play in that game, but will he? I doubt it. And if we're not going to go for them two midfielders that I mentioned, why not go for JWP, aka James Ward-Prowse? Different type of midfielder, but when Declan Rice is not there, we're relying on, well, Martin Odegaard, if he starts, if he's fit enough to start. Maduwake on corners, other than one corner, the rest, nah, because again, excuse me, when it comes to Maduwake's end product, yeah, he can score a banger, he can score a few goals here and there, but can he consistently be performing? I'm still not convinced, but props tonight, fair play tonight, he's going to get his dues, and rightly so. And then what does Arteta do? Brings him off on a hat-trick. Because if that's Havertz and Jesus, they're both staying on, bro. Especially if they're on a goal drought. And, well, Jesus is still on a goal drought. Havertz is injured, obviously. That fucking donkey, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got warm weather training coming up in the next month or so. It's not looking good, bro. And if you watched Matty's stream, Southern Gooner, big up each and every single time, you know, he broke it down. He broke it down from what Benjamin White was saying. Benny Blanco, bro. You know, double sessions and that. Then gym work. That is nuts. When I was a kid, playing football and rugby to start with, but then made a decision to go rugby because there was a better chance of me breaking through professionally. And that is true. Maybe I'll have a little story time in the near future, but as of right here, right now, Fatboy Slim settings, I'll just summarize it up very quick. Yeah, basically, I've been managed under a number of coaches, and one thing that I even knew at the time, and especially now upon reflection, that the sign of a bad coach, a bad manager, is overtraining and overplaying players that are clearly either knackered or they're playing with an injury, or both. I knew one in particular that was like that. Thought at the time, and probably still thinks he's the dog's bollocks. Tried to make it in a championship rugby level, flopped as a head coach as well. Doesn't have the temperament, doesn't have the credentials. It is what it is. And even at schoolboy level, yeah, and it's not like we didn't have the players. Yes, we were the underdogs, like the school that I went to and all of that, and even at club rugby. But club rugby was a lot better. Them coaches were a lot better. I'm talking about the school one. The school one, anyone that knows, like my boy, my best mate, I'm sure you'll watch this at some point. He knows, bruv. He knows. Yeah, he quite likes him, to be honest. But look, my best friend can get on with anyone that he wants to. Like, you know what I mean? Whereas me, complete opposite. I can't get along with everyone. It's not for me, man. I'm always going to upset someone somehow, some way, with just my presence, blood. Presence, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The game is the game, people. But yeah, long story short, not good enough. And the traits that I see in that coach, granted it's rugby, granted it's schoolboy level, it's the same premise. It doesn't matter what level you play, even with women's game. But it's ironic how, like, our fan base on the women's side have higher standards than the men's. The men's is like down here. The women's is up there. And lo and behold, the women have been more successful for many years. For many years. Like, we're not all firing, all cheering, all singing and dancing and that, firing on all cylinders and shit. Asna. It's more like the history of the Asna. Have a bit of a blip around this time. I thought it was going to be a bit earlier, like in November. We got Aston Villa coming up at the end of just shy of the end of the year, end of the month, end of the year, basically. 30th, I believe. At home. Unai Emery, rather, has never lost to us at the Emirates. Funny that. Because I'm not predicting a win. I will probably predict a draw. You think Jesus being back is going to help? Probably not. Probably not. We've got Everton coming up as well. Crucial games. Palace at home, League Cup. I said this before on Aaron's stream, I believe. Big up, Aaron. Aaron talks Arsenal and that. I was saying that to answer his question, like, when is the sign? I know I'm paraphrasing here, but when do you say that this Arsenal team can be successful? Like, when, what, at what point of the season are you like, we can do some big things here? We can be very successful. We can win major honours. I said win the League Cup. Do what Newcastle did last season. We lost to them in the semi-finals. Home and away. 2-0, 4-0 on aggregate. Need I say more on that? But yeah, bottom line, for me, these players need to win something. And even the likes of Gyökeres and Eberezer, to a lesser degree, that have been struggling, not really been hitting the heights as they should have been, not being consistent. But again, both of them, what they have in common is this manager is hindering them because he didn't want them. He didn't want them. And any player that he initially wanted, but was like, I think I fucked up here, is now playing him out of position, centre back, trying to showcase his genius to get him out of trouble. But that's not going to work this year. And it's not going to work next year. It's not going to work this season. You know why? Because Arsenal don't give out bare money coming up to £1 billion. And if we spend even 1 or 2 signings in January, let's say for argument's sake, it's a total of like 50 mil, even 75 mil. That's definitely over the £1 billion mark. You think they're going to keep him for another season if we don't win shit? I don't think so. We get knocked out of the League Cup, whether it's against Palace or probably most likely against Man City. Either way, and Man City, they're on form right now. But regardless of that, Southampton beat Man City in their treble winning season, stopped them winning a quadruple. So don't tell me it can't be done. Don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So we will just have to see, people. We will really well and truly see where this team is at. Mikel Arteta needs to go all out for the League Cup because, truth be told, we haven't won the League Cup since '93, before I was born. That's George Graham. By the way, the same George Graham that won Tottenham a trophy. You know what I'm saying? They've only won 3 trophies in my lifetime. 1 Europa League, which used to be the UEFA Cup, of course, and 2 League Cups. That's it. They got to the final in, I think it was 2021 against City, sacked Jose Mourinho, and Ryan Mason, Ryan Mason, all of that, fucked it. I'm glad, but it is what it is, people. Win the League Cup, and then they'll be like, okay, we got that trophy under our belt, and it is a major trophy in my eyes. Same with the FA Cup, because it's played under professional rules. It is what it is. I don't count Community Shields because they're not played under professional rules. It's as simple as that. I never really did. You know, it was more of a bonus, and if that, you know, it's basically a glorified friendly. That's what it is. It's not a Super Cup like what they have in Italia and España, respectively. So you got to do what you got to do. So I am going to go through the rest of these comments. I know you guys have been waiting patiently. There was no need for Saka to come on when we were 3 up, and this manager wonders why we get injured. Yeah. The sign of an amateur, piss poor, or even bang average manager: overplays and overtrains. Not in that order, but you get where I'm coming from. And you could add like playing players through injury and that. But again, that's down to overplaying, really and truly. So Arsenal not beating Wolves at home less than 5 or 6-0 is nothing but yeah. Wolves have got to be. This Wolves team is one of the worst I've ever seen. This Wolves team is worse than Derby in 07 or 08. I remember that Derby team. I think they got like 11 points. Where are the next 9 points going to come from? Because they're on 2 points right now. We're nearly at New Year. We're nearly at the end of the year, guys. We're nearly there, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Wolves are fucking dog shit. Man United slapped them 4-1 away. And really and truly, they shouldn't have conceded that goal. I still haven't seen the highlights. I'm not going to lie, but you know, it's Man United. It is what it is. Money Mace with a brace. I'm a poet. I fully well know it. Best believe that. Big up Todd. Big up the Todd. Bush. Big up, mate. Has anyone seen Munster? They took one hell of it. Yeah. I saw that game. Yeah, I saw the highlights of that. Yeah, Bath. That treble is still on. With the Prem Cup, you know, it's a bit shaky, but if we win our remaining games, we might, correct me if I'm wrong, we might still be able to qualify. We might be able to qualify, but the spicy double is definitely on. I don't see anyone really challenging us for the Premiership this season, because Leicester were finalists last year. They're doing good, but not that good. Saracens, kind of Northampton, they're not consistent enough. Bristol, I initially said Bristol, but few injuries and all that. But I think Ellis Genge is back. Lewis Fries-Zamet, he was injured at one point, but he's back. He's back. You know what I'm saying? So and Gloucester and all of that. We'll just have to see, innit? We'll just have to see. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Arteta should rest Rice and Timber. Yeah. Rest Rice. Yeah, let me rest Rice, rest Timber. Even though he's been shit, rest Bukayo Saka, because that boy needs a rest. Who else would I rest? I would rest. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it, because Saliba and Gabriel are out. Havertz is out, even though I don't rate him. Jesus is coming back. Eze didn't play today, so he'll probably play against Wolves. Is what it is. I'd start Gyökeres. Trossard is still out, so that's 5 now. So it is what it is. This is what we have to operate. This is what we have to deal with, the guys. So many injuries, guys. So many injuries. It's too much, guys. It's too much. But everyone else is having injuries. Man City had to deal with a lot of injuries. I mean, they still got Kovacic out. You know what I'm saying? Oscar Bob is still not fully fit. He's still trying to come back. Rodri, you know what I'm saying? And if any of them come back before, we will most likely face them in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, the League Cup. That is if we get past Palace. And this Palace team will be better than the one last year. It's the same fixture, just different year. Trust me, they will be a lot better. I got mad respect for Palace, and especially from last year. And I know a lot of Palace fans in it, so is what it is, people, and don't live too far from there. But anyway, smash the likes up, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely, yes. Gyökeres at this moment in time reminds me when he was on loan at Swansea. Would you care to elaborate, AFC? Because I knew he had a spell at Coventry in the Championship, and I did hear about he was at Swansea, but I think at Coventry he was doing well, which got him the move. Correct me if I'm wrong. That got him the move to Sporting, and then he's done what he's done at Sporting, and then now he's here. This manager don't rate him. And now, Lego Head is in a predicament where, at least in my eyes, if he doesn't win the Champions League, he needs to go. And even then, I'm at that point now, and I'll probably change my mind, especially when it comes to New Year, where even if we do win the Champions League, just leave on a high. You've been here long enough. You've run our players into the ground, doing what Klopp done, but way worse and way less successful, and just bounce. Do what Wenger never did. Do what George Graham never did. Leave on a high. Leave on a high. Who was it? I don't know this for sure, but who was the last Arsenal manager to actually leave on a high? Because Arsene Wenger didn't. He had 3 chances to leave on a high, and I was already Wenger out by summer of 2012 when we sold RVP. I was like, because the 8-2, I was very close. That was 2011. So that was basically first few games of the season away at Old Trafford. Might have been the second or third game, can't remember, but it was like late August. But yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible, bruv. And I was so close to being Wenger out. But even before then, I was getting there. I was fucking getting there, cunt. But after selling RVP to Man United, I was like, nah. Wenger's got to go. You've just handed Man United the league. I knew they were going to win the league even before a ball was kicked I knew they were going to win the league. I knew they were going to win the league because City, they had that. No, I wouldn't say miracle Premier League. That's more Leicester. But even then, when you really break it down, is it really a miracle, or did they just take advantage where they needed to and have a proper manager in Claudio Ranieri, aka the Tinkerman? Is what it is. Forever a Leicester legend. Even if some Leicester fans don't see him as a legend, they fucking should. They fucking should, because you're not going to win a Premier League title anytime soon. Oh, and by the way, Championship guys. You know what I'm saying? Even though they'll be back, but they need to start winning trophies again. Start taking the League Cup seriously. FA Cup, because that was the last trophy they won. Brendan Rodgers as well. Fair play to him. Because what he did at Liverpool, said it late in football, but falling at the last hurdle. Remind you of someone? I don't even need to wait. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say it this time. I don't need to wait. 22-23 season, total fucking football. Around that time, Arteta just let the handbrake go and was like, I'll set up how I set up off the ball, whatever, but going forward, you guys do your thing. Roughly, that's what he was saying for that season, you know, and the players hit their primes at the right time, you know, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli. Odegaard has not had a better season since. No one can tell me otherwise. Like, basically, we're at that point now where we're 3 seasons later down the line and he still ain't won shit other than that FA Cup that kept him here for so long. So, like I've mentioned before, this whole it takes time is a load of bollocks. It's a complete load of fucking bollocks, because for the tippity top of toppy schooners, your own manager, yes, your own fucking manager, Lord and Saviour, Captain Black looking ass motherfucker, Jim Jones drinking the Kool-Aid ass motherfuckers, yeah. It took him, what, 7 months? 6, 7 months? FA Cup, COVID FA Cup, whatever, granted. Still had to win it. We beat Man United and Chelsea in the semi-final and final. And then after that, and he finished 8th that season. It wasn't his first full season, because this is technically his 7th season. 6th full season if he lasts till the end of the season, which I believe he will. I believe he will. Unless results go horribly wrong. Because I said initially, with the way, it's like, I'll be amazed if he lasts past Christmas. But he looks like he's going to last past Christmas. But the only thing that will turn drastically is if we get battered, or if we lose like really badly. Let's say, for argument's sake, like we lose like 3-0, even 4-0 to Aston Villa at home. Just as an example, I don't want this to happen. I want us to beat Villa, but we lose to Villa by like 3-4-0. Fans will turn, not just at the ground, but even online, because we got some tough games coming up in the new year. You know, Liverpool, Man United, even at home, you know, they've got some more wins and shit. Yeah, they're inconsistent. Yeah, that their manager is dog shit, but our manager is not that much better. Let's be real. The only difference between Ruben Amorim and Mikel Arteta is that Ruben Amorim is more experienced, number one. And number two, he knows how to rotate his players better. Granted, not that much better, but he's not running his players into the ground like our manager is. Learning on the job and all that bullshit. Come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So, Herbert Chapman won multiple honours, multiple major honours. George Graham won multiple major honours. Arsene Wenger won multiple major honours with less money spent and the squad depth than what Clown Teta has done now. What Lego Head's got and has been getting for the past 6. 100%, mate. 100%. Just same old shit. Same old bullshit. Week in, week out. We're playing every 3 days. It's very difficult, guys. No, it's only difficult because you don't know how to rotate your fucking squad. You can't fathom not doing double sessions every week during a season. If there's any time to do double sessions, it's pre-season, bro. Most of the sessions during the season, especially around this time, around Christmas, New Year, they should be light, bro. Light sessions. And if there's going to be a gym session as well, even lighter. Stick to flexibility, because even lighter weights, you know, doing all the that and that, etc., right? There's going to be even a little bit of wear and tear. Muscles are going to be sore, ligaments, tendons. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my dream, to be pro football, pro rugby player. More so pro rugby player as I got into my mid to late teens. But like, if you ever trying to be a pro in sport at the elite level, yeah, there's a lot of things that have to go your way, but there's also a few things, even one major thing that can fuck it all up, that can go horribly wrong. Injuries, mindset, aka mentality. And the final thing I would say is lack of talent. But lack of talent is at the bottom of the list, because the truth of the matter is, especially in this country and with modern sport, you don't even have to be that talented. But when I was trying to make it, you had to have some talent. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but I could fucking play. I can still play to this day, even with 2 busted knees. I could give a good, very good fucking 10, 15 minute performance, 20 minutes. Even in football, bruv, I could still do it. Because I know I have the tech. But when I was younger, I didn't have the mindset. I didn't have the mentality. Most of it was down to lack of self-belief, but also disciplina in the vicinitina. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? Each and every single time. Yes, there were injuries as well, but look, no excuses. I'm not Mikel Arteta, guys. I'm not Lego head. No excuse, alibi, and all of that bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. These fuckers are nicking a living, just like nicking a living guard. Not passing the ball forwards, holding on to the ball too much. Dithering FC, bro. Martin Odegaard is this manager's perfect captain, club captain on top of that, because he hardly loses the ball. He'll pass it so safe, and he'll report to the manager, because he'll never challenge the manager, because he's a fucking little bitch. I don't care if you've got a bit of tech here and there, and that's on a very good day. Never mind a great day, never mind an exceptional day. And how many times have we seen that since Odegaard's been here? Hardly ever. Hence why nicking a living guard should never have gone up to 240k. If he was on like 110 before we gave him that bump in weekly wages and that, if we didn't get if he didn't get that bumper contract, basically, I think we'd be able to sell him 40, 50 mil, and someone will pay it. But whereas 240, extremely difficult, especially now that he's been injured for a while. And Jesus, what did we pay for Jesus? What, 40 mil? 40, 50 mil. Zinchenko, we paid what, 30 mil odd. Ridiculous wages. I mean, come on, man. Come on, like, what are we doing here? I believe if you want to do something, you find a way. If you don't want to do something, you find it. Yeah, exactly. That's just life in a nutshell, people. Really and truly, that is what life is. If you really want to do something, you're going to do it. You will find a way. As difficult as it is, it's difficult for me. You know, you got to find that balance, work life, personal life. Still doing this on a weekly basis. Yes, need to upload more, but yeah. Ultimately, it's up to you. And Arteta's realizing for the first time in his whole life, never mind just his whole career, that it's all down to him now. If you want to walk around with the big I am, strutting your shoulders, thinking you're big man when you've got little man syndrome, Napoleon complex, more like Napoleon Dynamite, you daft cunt, then you better take some accountability, boy. But what does he do? Press conference after press conference. Match reactions. Post-match interviews, post-game interviews, whatever. Excuse, alibi. It's always someone else's fault, something else's fault, or something else has gone wrong. It's got nothing to do with him. Yeah, he won't throw the players under the bus. Wenger didn't do that. But Arteta, he'll throw the odd person under the bus. That's the major difference. So in general, he won't throw the players under the bus because then he'll just lose the dressing room. Because to be that narcissistic, to be that egotistical, you cannot throw the players as a group under the bus. You can only throw certain players under the bus that aren't, they aren't the go-to guys. They're like newcomers and all that. So, for example, Gyökeres, Ebery Eze, especially like when he came on against Liverpool away, the way Arteta, the way fucking Legohead threw that man under the bus, nothing short of shambolic. That was horrific, man. That was disgraceful, unacceptable, disrespectful. Best believe that. I really get sick and tired of this shit with this manager. Same old. Shit after shit after shit after shit. Day in, day out. Bullshit, really and truly. That's what it comes down to. So ultimately, good result, but if we don't beat Wolves by 5 or 6, I'm going to say 6. We need to absolutely pam these motherfuckers. If it's anything less than 5 or 6, I agree with it was you, AFC, always, of course. You were saying that anything less than 5 or 6 against Wolves on Saturday this weekend is unacceptable. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. 100%, man. 100%. We need trophies. We need to be in every single competition, competing on all fronts. We've got the squad to do it, but this manager is the only one holding this team back. Even Odegaard, Havertz, Rice has been brilliant, to be fair, but again, struggling. Bukayo Saka's been holding us back a bit, but again, that boy needed a rest for time. It was only until Tommy Toots came in there, because Gareth Southgate just kept playing him. Star boy and all that. Not giving a shit about this whole thing about mental health, yeah? But then you have fucking scrubs, like Scrubgate, Lego head, not giving a shit about fucking player welfare. Like, what are we doing here? It's the hypocrisy. There's one thing I can't stand in this world. Worse than liars, no matter how big or small, is hypocrites. I fucking hate hypocrites, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can change your opinion based upon new evidence with how the season's going, which is why I said earlier that I'm getting very close to that point where even if we do win the Champions League, I'll still want him out. I'll just be like, look, you've done something that no one in our club's history has done. Leave on a high, and you can go wherever you want in the world. You can manage whoever. You might even get the Real Madrid, Barcelona, maybe. He can get a top job if he wins the Champions League. If he leaves this season. Even if he wins just the Premier League or the league and the Premier League and the League Cup, he can get a top job elsewhere around Europe. He could. But he is way too fucking stubborn. I'm stubborn. He's beyond that. This guy is narcissistic, so egotistical, way worse than Wenger. Wenger was horrible when it came to that shit. But Arteta is 10 times worse. And when you're fairly young, not as young as he was initially when he first got into management, or even got into coaching, but when he first got the Arsenal job, what was it, December 6th, 2019? Even before that, he was announced as Arsenal manager. Never wanted him. But Andrea Mafioso, Bad Boy Bert's mate, along with Michele, our new Diamond Eyes, the Italian duo, gonna do an Italian job on Lego Head, bruv. Mikel Arteta. What are we saying, people? Give me a sec. Woo! And we are back. We're back. But yeah, it's mad in the dunya. Big up AK. Big up AK, bro. What are you saying, brother? We finally beat them Madrid scum in their own backyard. Yeah, welcome to the club, mate. We beat Real Madrid in the Champions League at their ground. Oh, my days, bro. Oh, my fucking days, bro. But you didn't beat them 5-1. Oh, my life. On aggregate. Like, yeah, it's mad. But look, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah. Who was it? Let me rewind. Has anyone seen Xabi Alonso? Has he been sacked? Probably not the best idea, especially because I smoke. Like my voice gets very like sort of hoarse and coarse and all that shit. Fucking hell, cunt. But yeah, man, like, has anyone seen Xabi Alonso? Your boys took one hell of a beating. Yes. He should have stayed at Leverkusen. Even I was thinking initially when he got the job, it's like, I think he's taken it a few years too soon, man. You had a great season and then you thought you were ready for the big. That's of Vinny Jr., who, let's be honest, he's scrubby. Along with Jude Bellingham and that, mad scrubby. You know, the Brazilian Bobby Charlton. Oh my days. Less of the BBC jokes, but anyway. Fuck the BBC. But anyway, and I'm talking like, you know, Jimmy Savile, Hugh Edwards and them man there, but you know what I'm talking about, people. But anyway, we will swiftly move on. We move. Great result. Absolutely brilliant result for you guys. You guys are on fire right now, AK. I'm not gonna. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? My days, bro. Yeah, Top Gooners gassing up Norgard tonight at centre back. My response was, let's see if he comes up again Inter Milan. Yeah. So basically, if he comes up against much better opposition, like an Inter Milan, let's see how he does. Let's see how he responds. I will say, really and truly, that it won't be looking good, bruv, at all. But you know what the excuses are going to be, especially by the end of the season. We got it locked down to a 100%. But we had Gabriel and Saliba at crucial times during the season, and our backup centre back Mosquera, who you were gassing to the high heavens. But You don't need guns to tell you that. Look, just wait and see. And he's done well, but he's had more than his fair share of shaky moments as well at the back. It is what it is. It was that Sunderland game. That Sunderland game. Nah, bro. Weren't good at all, bruv. And that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. But we will have to see. I will end it there. I'll see if I can get on Northside stream. I think he'll probably be putting the link out now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Back once again for the Renegade Master. Best believe that. Hit the notification bell so you will never ever miss when I go live and directed in full effect, baby, or when I upload the next video. We shall see. I might do an upload for the match reaction. I might even have a video maybe on Friday. Who knows? Who knows? I definitely do need to upload more, like daily uploads, or every other day would be the next step. And there I can talk about other things, even unrelated to sport, but then I can bring it back to, you know, Arsenal and Bath, and, you know, like, for example, we've got the Six Nations coming up in rugby in February time. You know, the autumn internationals have finished. They finished like a couple of weeks ago. So England won 4 out of 4. Hey, Bummy Borthwick ain't looking so bummy at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what he has at his disposal, we've got talent in abundance. But we've had talent for years, bro. Since we won the World Cup, but even before it, Clive Woodward. Man like Sir Clive Woodward changed the game, man. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, people. Stay true to yourself, as always. All the best. And I will see you for the Wolves game. Take care. And yeah, peace.